just incredible. Two. DJ Sour Milk.
One. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Let's get it. It's Power 106.
Hey.
Welcome. It's the Liftoff Show with Just Incredible.
Sour Milk.
Welcoming young Sheck Wes to the Liftoff. What's up, man?
Chilling.
Good to have you on the show, bro.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
A lot of energy around you and the songs right now, man. You're shaking up. I told you off the air, man. The arenas, the clubs are going crazy. How's this feeling for you?
I mean, all praises be to the Most High. I mean,
yeah, it's got to be overwhelming.
I mean, not really. I mean, to me, it's just like, I don't know. I've always been like performing. I've always been like, you know, playing ball like in front of people and stuff like that. So it's like
being in front of a crowd doesn't really like, it don't shake you up like that.
Nah.
Tell us a little bit about the history, like where you come from and like how this all started for you.
I'm from Harlem, New York, but my parents from Senegal, West Africa.
Okay.
Growing up, I used to go to school in Milwaukee, in Wisconsin. And then I'd spend like my summers and winters with my father in Harlem. So I lived like in between two places, which I feel like got me like more well-rounded when I got to like a high school age. But then my high school years, and like I guess till now, I've been in New York. So
okay,
yeah.
When you was doing that as a young man, I know now you realize how it shaped you. But was that like annoying to you to have to go back?
When I was a kid, it was like Milwaukee was like punishment and like New York is like incentive. So like I used to get like threatened by like my mom, like, you won't go to Harlem this summer, or you won't if you feel me? And I just be like, damn. But like I mean, I think when I got like kinda older, I got a little more freedom. I had like a bike and shit, like I like ride off and stuff like that. But I mean, but like doing all the bad stuff I did and all I did that like in New York.
Okay. And when did you start dabbling into music, and how'd that start exactly?
When I was young, so still in between, like I never spent the summer like in Milwaukee. Like every summer I was in New York, and my dad has like a lot of CDs and like a lot of albums and stuff. And I used to like take them, and then one of the first ones I got was Ready to Die. So then I got really like into like music young and old school music young. But then I was being in the sneaker store in Milwaukee where it was a lot of old heads. They was all like, well, one of them was a DJ, but they was all like, feel me, into music and stuff. And I was like young, and I like used to talk, I guess, wiser than my age for a young kid. So they'll have me in the sneaker store. I was like the little apprentice, you feel me? And they'll be playing mad old school music. And I got into that. Like I got like Too Short. It was like
crazy.
Freaky Tales was like one of the first songs I ever memorized.
Crazy.
You feel me? So then like, cause I'm young and it's like cool, it's like funny. You know what I'm trying to say? And then I mean, then I heard about Kid Cudi, and I got into Kid Cudi, and my government name is Cudi. So then when I was young, I was Kid Cudi, and I had this rap group called Mill Yorkers, like at my school. Okay. Cause they was from Milwaukee and I was the only kid from New York. Yeah. So then we was like all in this rap group and stuff, and I was making music from like then until now. But I mean, I started doing other things like playing basketball, like fashion and modeling, and that kind of like, I guess was that was more promising at the time than music was. Yeah. Because like I always say this, like when you're young, you be like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. But if you could actually be it, you'll be it. Yeah. So when you're young, you're like, oh, I want to be a basketball player. You find out, oh, you could join a basketball team. You might not be an NBA player, but you're still a basketball player. Right. So when I was young, I'm like, oh, I want to be a rapper. So I just started, I guess, rhyming and stuff. Like,
crazy.
And when did you notice it, like, really start to click for you musically? Like, was there something that...
When I was about, like, 15, 16 in New York, I used to, like, make songs and, like, send them to my friends. I always was freestyling a lot. I mean, like, I grew up big on, like Cudi and, like, Lil Wayne. Like, when it came to, like, what was from that time period, like, that's what I was into type shit, so... I always was trying to freestyle. Yeah. You feel me? I used to watch the Carter, like, damn, like, how's he doing this shit? Like,
I'm crazy on that.
You feel me? And that's how I really, like, learned how to, like, freestyle and all that. And then, basically, when I, like, moved back to New York, I always be with my friends, and we would just, like, over there, you just raise yourself. Like, I probably saw my parents, like, 40% of the time. Not, like, because they wasn't present, just because, like, they go to work.
You be running the streets.
You go do whatever you do. Yeah. You feel me? And, I just always be with my friends, freestyling and all that. And then I go to these parties and like take the aux cord and just start playing my songs. I had this song called LeBron James. When LeBron won the championship, I had this other song called Sheck Wes 2 Times, and I used to go and like get on the aux cord and just push my music.
Yeah.
And then kids would just, I don't know. It was crazy one night. We had like the whole streets, like, we had this party shut down because the young kids drinking and all that. And we just went crazy, like, fucking thrashing cars, kids running through the streets, playing the songs like through like cars and all that. Like, I don't know.
Where's the footage out of that, man?
We got it's footage out there for sure. For sure. Watch, I'm gonna get it. Watch.
You know what's crazy too is I think today's like the anniversary of the release of Ready to Die too. So that's ironic, that we sit with Sheck today.
Damn, that is crazy.
Yeah, man, that's dope. Yeah, man, your story is very interesting, man. And you know what's next for you? Like, what's in the works right now?
I mean, I got my debut project, my first album.
Hell yeah.
Called Mud Boy, which is basically talking about I guess like the past 3-4 years of my life. You know what I'm trying to say? The basketball part, the fashion part, me being sent back to Africa, you know, and it's also, I feel like, introducing people more to like my art, like more than like a Mo Bamba or a Sheck Wes or do that, you know, because I feel like it's a lot of like art infused into my music, but since I'm like young, like that get overlooked, you know, so yeah, that's Mud Boy. It's gonna be my first project and it's gonna be insane. It's all me, no features. I could have had a million features on it, but I want people to just understand me first. And like what I do rather than like who I know or you know what I
dope move. That's a dope move, man. I respect that.
Did you just say you had got sent back to Africa, as in like against your, what was it? Was it like legal issues or
so when I was modeling, my mom didn't like really like it. So and I wouldn't stop because I was like making money and like I'm living like in a 1-bedroom apartment, like you feel me, like with other people and stuff, like. You know, like you're not gonna listen to your mom when you're making like this much bread or whatever.
Yeah.
So she didn't know how to stop me from doing it. And when I was just making bread. I was doing nothing wrong. You feel me? She just didn't like the fact that like she felt like I would never be like that important. You know, she always felt like she's like, it's just about the clothes. Like it's not really about you. And it's like you'll stand there for hours. People just taking pictures. They're not gonna really care about you. And I mean, I really like understood what she's saying now. Like now I understand. Like you feel me? But
at
back
the time,
then I didn't.
of course, you're thinking about the
and
bread
I was like way younger, you know. So that's like one of my first time like touching bread like that. Like so my mom shipped me off to Africa. When I got to Africa, I met my brother for the first time, and he asked me for my passport. I'm like, nah. You feel me? He's like, man, it's Africa. You don't know. You never been here. People might take your passport. So I give it to him, and then that was my last time I saw the passport. Until like I left. Until like the day I left.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep.
And so how did she accept the music part? You know, was she more supportive with that?
I mean, I've always was making me, but you know, like she wouldn't take it like that serious.
Yeah. She just thought it was gonna be a little fad.
Like, because I'm not like doing what I'm like, you know, doing now. But she would always tell me, like I always tell my mom, like for like the things I do, like she'd be like I'm praying for you, or you know, like I'm, you know, pushing for you. But I mean, I feel like it's more of when I came back from Africa, because when I was there, I went through like this whole like religious like learning and like learning about my roots and my family and like where I come from, actually living like that, you know. And then during that, you know, I came back with like a different mindset, and I feel like when I came back, I actually turned 18 to Africa, so like I spent my 18th birthday there. So, when I came back, my mom was just like, he can't play ball no more. I like messed up his school because I went early before school ended, and then she's like, I guess.
So is that what kind of stopped? That's what stopped the basketball part?
Yeah, that's what really stopped it.
Crazy.
Like that's what really stopped it. I mean, when I was modeling and stuff, I did, you know, go to a Yeezy Season 3 show instead of my playoff game, but that didn't, it affected it. It just affected my relationship with my coach. You know, he just thought about me differently, like knew, like I felt like then, like, all right, this kid not that serious no more.
Right.
You know, but I was still coming to practice. I was still going to games. I was still doing all of that. But when I got back from Africa, I missed summer school. And then my behavior was so terrible the year before that they like, why would we let you like come back to regular school? You know, I used to be late every day. So they was like, why don't you just go to night school? And if I went to night school, I couldn't play basketball. So
Damn.
my senior year, but it sped up my senior year quick, and that's what like gave me my plan for like music, you know.
Okay.
And what made you kind of make that decision to go to that Easy show? Was it just like get the money, or the opportunity of doing that over the playoff game?
It was really like if we would have made it to the championship, we would have played in Madison Square Garden, But if I would have just went to season 3, I would have been.
He was going to
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it was just like you could just skip on it, now.
Yeah.
Or you could just, and
I'm sure that's also like a once in a lifetime type of opportunity.
for sure,
right?
exactly. Like, and I mean, honestly though, like going to the chip too, like that's a once in a lifetime opportunity too. Like,
Yeah.
it's real hard to, you feel me, do those things too. But to me, it was just more like, what's better for you, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about like my resume
Right.
as like a model.
Yeah.
Because at that time, like being like doing something easy was like big, I guess,
Huge.
as a model. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's crazy. So between all this, how do you end up linking with Travis?
So when I got back from Africa, October like 2016, and I met Trav like April 2017. You feel me? So my plan was like I go to night school. Sometimes I go to the studio. You feel me? Stack up all these songs, like release them a certain way. And in New York, I was building my own little like fan base, like stands, like kids probably chasing me down or stuff like that, because it's New York.
Yeah.
And on the internet as well, like I already had kids, everywhere, like booming. And I mean, it wasn't like as big as it is now, but maybe like if it's 4 or 5, 10 kids in, I don't know, Kansas City, Missouri, like that mattered.
Yeah.
And the way I really used to like move and the way I used to really interact, the way I like had relationships with brands, and so much just had me like, prominent. And a lot of labels was, talking to me and stuff. And Flame was playing my music on Instagram Live, and White Trash Tyler, who was like his videographer and also like mine too, was on tour with him at the time. He's like, yo, like I know this kid, like I did this video, da. So he sends him my unreleased music.
Oh, so he didn't even get the music from him. He had just came across it.
He got it from Tyler.
Oh, okay.
He got the music from Tyler. It was Tyler, my boy. Tyler had my music.
Yeah.
He played this song, and then like I just see mad fan pages like tagging me and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You feel me? Like it's like, you feel me? It's whatever. But a couple days later, his manager reached out to me, and I met them on the damn tour, and the rest is whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I'm sure you've explained this a bunch of times, but can you kind of break down the meaning of Mo Bamba, because it's a very interesting story though.
Yeah. So the night of that recording, I had dinner with one of my friends, Quelo, and he was sitting there just talking to me about like all these brands and all this stuff, and I'm really sitting there like analyzing it, like fuck, like you get what I'm trying to say, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and then I go to the studio, and 16-year-old them sitting there, and they like starting this beat. And then I wasn't really trying to even record, bro. Like, you feel me? Because I was just hot. But then I started making the beat with them and stuff. And then 16's like, bro, you should just hop on it, da-da-da. And I was like, all right, whatever, I hop on it. And then I one take freestyle that. But in the moment, I really like I was talking to them OD about like all the things I was going through.
Yeah.
And that was the way I could like put it out. So I was talking about like all the labels and all the companies and people I like didn't really trust, or people who wasn't taking me serious, or So that's what Hoes Calling Me was,
Okay.
Oh shit.
You feel me?
Yeah. Damn. That's wild. I hadn't heard that part. Of the
Yeah, I haven't
story.
heard that part of it either.
Yeah.
What's been like one of the highlights of the year for you, man? Because I see, like we talked a little bit about the Rolling Loud performance and Drake bringing you out on the Scorpion tour. Like, you've been really making a lot of noise out here.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Okay.
Everything is like, all praises be to the Most High. Just thank
That's
God,
right.
But
how about advice? Like, what's some of the best advice Travis has given you so far?
that he never really listened to nobody rules
Mm.
to get to where he at.
Okay.
Pave your own way.
it's like you can listen to us, but just know like I didn't really listen to nobody. Like
go with your gut, do what you feel.
Yeah, and I'm like that, you know. I think we got a lot of things in like common.
Sick.
You feel me? So.
That's right, man. It was dope to have you up, man. New album on the way.
For sure, my boy will be out here soon.
That's right, man. Well, thank you for coming on the Liftoff Show,
Thank you
man.
for having me.
Sheck Wes, LA Leakers on Power 106. Yeah.
Go Pack Go.